Hey guys, Yahoo Finance put out an article that says why Robinhood stock is better than Coinbase despite a 180% surge this year. And this is based on an analyst. We have Grace L. Williams who wrote this article. And I do kind of want to take a look at this article because the market is kind of going crazy right now. A lot of things have been going downhill the last, I guess you could say, couple days. And a week, 2 weeks, even 3 weeks before, things were peaking. So it's kind of not as predictable right now. Especially, it's been peaking since Trump was announced a winner. So things have been going pretty ridiculous right now. But we really want to compare right now in this article the Coinbase versus Robinhood stock. I want to see what this person's viewpoint is. It says in the Coinbase versus Robinhood investor debate, there is a fodder for both bulls and bears. But for veteran fintech analyst Dan Dolev at Mizo Securities, Robinhood remains an undefeated name with room to grow. I'll say this. From just this statement alone, I do see more adaptations, more improvements in Robinhood as a platform than I do see in Coinbase. I think the last time Coinbase had a major improvement, other than just adding new coins to their platform, is I believe the learning component, which was years ago, where you could essentially watch a video on certain coins and understand things about crypto, and you get paid in crypto for it. That was one of the most creative and cool things that Coinbase could have came out with. Robinhood's latest update, or you could say major change, was their Robinhood Legend platform, which we made a few videos on. So quite interesting, actually, how everything kind of is going down. But I haven't seen that many updates in the Coinbase platform in general, overall, as compared to Robinhood. So it says here, they're in the early stages of becoming one of the top financial service companies in the world. He told Yahoo Finance editor Brian Sozzi during the Opening Bid podcast, there is no millennial, Gen Alpha, any of the 18 to 30 years old that doesn't know what Robinhood is globally. Dolev said, it's an amazing brand. He's absolutely right. Everybody pretty much does know about Robinhood. The only time I would say that Robinhood got, some really bad tainting is during that whole fiasco with GameStop. If you guys remember, GameStop, the price surged to the moon. And people who were in GameStop couldn't actually sell. Robinhood stopped people from selling. And, that's just kind of show you how the system is rigged. How can you stop somebody from selling a certain security? And they kind of give you this warning saying it's more volatile, but they didn't let you sell. They didn't let you take advantage of the huge surge because of how volatile it was. And it was actually hurting all the people who were having, I think it was, they were shorting this stock. So pretty interesting. But anyways, it says there is no, and by the way, after that happened, Robinhood had a pretty bad reputation. People started walking away from it. But overall, it's been pretty decent. Hopefully they don't do a move like that again. But it says Dolev rated Robinhood and outperform with a $60 price target, estimating a 50% upside to the stock to its current levels of $39. The average Wall Street price target on Robinhood is $44. So if you guys aren't familiar, there's a lot of financial tech companies that do predictions behind how, certain stocks and what their value is. Like, for example, Morningstar is one of the more famous ones. And basically what they do is they'll look at a stock, they'll look at its history, they'll have some AI, they'll have some different softwares and analysts, and they'll kind of come up with a price that's a fair price buy. Not where it currently is at. Could be a little bit lower, could be a little bit higher, but a current level to represent its real-time value. At one point in time, Tesla's real-time value was like $250, but the stock was like at 164 or 197. At one point in time. This was back in February and March of 2024. So just because the analysts say it's worth a certain price doesn't necessarily mean the price is at that level. It just means that it's a fair value, and if you're buying at that price, you really shouldn't kind of worry over time if you're holding. But these are investors. These aren't traders, right? So if you're a trader listening, then you kind of have to keep that in mind because traders sell relatively quickly, which is exactly what I'm in the business of. But it says Robinhood, which has won this year's Yahoo Finance Comeback of the Year award due to its big turn to profitability, innovative product releases, and 180% stock price jump, has undergone a seismic shift since its upstart beginnings in meme stocks in 2013. It famously made headlines in 2021 when traders stepped into to pour billions of dollars in companies like GameStop, AMC, at a time when they were being shorted elsewhere. Notice how I just mentioned this, and they're kind of, talking about it now. It says everyday consumers cheered for the platform, with some speculating it was living up to its namesake story, folk hero Robinhood. Hold on. If this person doesn't clarify what actually happened during that event, they might be biased because that's not exactly what happened. It says here, Mesos Develop became covering company 3 years ago. People thought it was a bunch of kids. Okay, so here we go. This person, whoever wrote this article, did not tell the truth about what happened during that date. Why did they make headlines? They didn't make headlines for positivity. They made headlines for negativity. Robinhood literally stopped you from selling the stock, at least I believe, right? Mesos Dolev began covering the company about 3 years ago when people thought it was a bunch of kids that had no idea what they're doing. Today, Robinhood is a different company. I have to admit that they have developed a professional power in the marketplace because of their millennial Gen Z target base. With a combination of products drops, a new desktop trading platform, I just talked about that, it's called Robinhood Legend, highest interest rates, crypto surge, a leaner expense base, Robinhood is reporting banner earnings. Its third quarter revenue grew 36% year over year to $637 million. Net earnings improved sharply to $150 million from an $85 million loss a year ago. That is pretty tremendous, Average revenue per user, ARPU, increased by 31% to $105. Gold subscribers hit 2.2 million. Total fund customers reached 24.3 million, up 1 million from the last year. For the 9 months ended September 30th, total revenue increased 39% to 1.9 billion. So this is the revenue, right? 1.9 billion. Net income has swung from a loss of 571 million to a profit of 495 million. I remember, all right, so the story kind of continues, but the point here is he's just basically talking about how well it's grown. Just because it's grown pretty well doesn't mean it's going to continue to grow for a long time pretty well. It could have a 6-month period where it's kind of a dry spell where things are kind of either leveling off or going down, and then it could shoot up again. I would definitely say during the time that the crypto starts to really take a downfall, there's going to be a lot of people who are not going to be using Robinhood, even though a lot of people don't recommend you to use Robinhood for crypto. There are people who do it, and if you are aware, Robinhood has an API for crypto trading. So, that's there's other APIs for other platforms as well, but there's a huge base who still uses crypto for Robinhood. And when the bull market, I guess you could say, starts to slow down on crypto, we're definitely going to see those changes in Robinhood that I could see long term. The question is a better stock than Coinbase? Well, Coinbase is only going to, it's going to be indirectly valued. It's going to move similarly to the value of different crypto. So as long as Bitcoin starts to keep going up, it's going to keep going up in value. There's going to be more usage. There's going to be more money made on the platform. They're going to generate more profits. But if crypto takes a hit, somehow, some way, like imagine some sort of rug pull on like one of the top 10 high, most used coins or most active coins. There are things that are going to happen along the way. I don't think crypto is going to be 100% safe. Of course, it's good to have some crypto, but I think overall, because Robinhood is tied to securities and things that are much more traditional than just crypto, over the long term, it's going to have a benefit. But the crypto is really a wild card. obviously, it's proven itself as something pretty substantial, being Bitcoin surpassed 100,000 quite recently. But it's going to definitely have a surge of growth over time, Robinhood, because of both aspects. The safety concern with the securities, the ETFs, the stocks, etc., and also the interest. I mean, you could literally just put money in a Robinhood and it will be a high interest savings account, basically. And that's really more effective than Coinbase is as an overall product. So, I mean, that could definitely control or affect the price over time. I want to hear what you guys have to think. Would you rather put your money in Coinbase? Would you rather put your money in Robinhood over the long term as an investor? As a trader, who really knows? I mean, whatever's more volatile at the moment, I think I would look into what is the current Coinbase price. Current Coinbase price is $279. I think the current price for Robinhood is about 36 something. Let me check. Let's click on it. 30 something, 36.83. So not bad. Definitely a better price to buy than the 39 that they just talked about, which 39 last time I hit 30, anything close to 39 was January 19th today. It hit 38.68. So, if you want to get a little discount, go buy up some now. You might be able to take advantage. So hopefully this video helps you guys out. Tell me what you guys think. More importantly, what do you think is a better investment, Robinhood or Coinbase for the long term? I think personally, I'm going to go with Robinhood for the long term, but I do think Coinbase is going to have its moments where it surges. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching, and peace out. Bye.